Now that the dust has settled on our Club World Cup triumph, our focus is firmly set on the start of the Premier League season, which is just a few short weeks away. In that time, teams will be working hard at strengthening their squads through the transfer window. Chelsea has already been busy during this summer window, bringing in exciting players like João Pedro, Liam Delap, Jamie Gittins, and Gustavo Willian. But just as important as incoming transfers, although admittedly less exciting, are the players who will leave on outgoing transfers. Whether they couldn't cut it in the Premier League, are in search of more game time, or are simply surplus to requirements, outgoing transfers are necessary to keep the squad fresh, as well as keeping the squad numbers and the wage bill manageable. So here are 6 players that Chelsea should sell this season. But first, let's run the intro. First on the list is Axel Disasi. Signed from Monaco in 2023, the French international seemed a shrewd signing at first, even scoring in his first game to rescue a point against Liverpool. He featured heavily under Mauricio Pochettino, making 44 appearances under the Argentine. Unfortunately for him, this would change once Enzo Maresca took over the manager role. Disasi would make only 17 appearances in the first half of the season under Maresca, before being loaned out to Aston Villa for the second half of the season. It's clear that Maresca doesn't rate him, as he's fallen down the pecking order, and is an obvious choice for Chelsea to move on this summer. There have been rumors of interest from Spanish club Villarreal, however they do not seem interested in meeting Chelsea's valuation for Disasi, so maybe another loan with an option to buy is on the cards. Second on the list is Renato Veiga. The young Portuguese defender signed for us just last year, but even in that short time, things have seemingly gone sour. He made 18 appearances for us during the first half of the season, before being sent out on loan to Juventus for the second half. Despite only signing with us last year, he has expressed an interest in moving on in search of more first-team playing time. There were reports of interest from Spanish side Atletico Madrid, however those talks have seemingly stalled for now. But with Chelsea pursuing young defender Joel Hato, Viega's days at Chelsea seem numbered. Third on the list is Kieran Dewsbury Hall. The signing of Dewsbury Hall was always questionable. It didn't help that he was brought in on the back of the sale of fan favorite Conor Gallagher. He followed Enzo Maresca from Leicester City, somewhat reminiscent of Jorginho and Mauricio Sarri, but to way less effect than the Italian. He would make 36 appearances for the Blues during his debut season, but would ultimately fail to make a lasting impact. Given the wealth of talent Chelsea has in the midfield position, it is hard to see him breaking into the team in any meaningful way. Fulham has reportedly shown interest in bringing him in on a permanent transfer. Number 4 is Carney Chukwuemeka. Chukwuemeka was a highly touted young midfielder when we signed him from Aston Villa in 2022. Unfortunately, he has dealt with a string of injuries that has severely limited his availability, making only 32 appearances for the Blues over the past 3 years. In that time, Chelsea secured the services of world-class midfielders Moises Caicedo and World Cup winner Enzo Fernandez. The additions of Romeo Lavia and Andre Santos meant that Chukwuemeka has fallen even farther down the depth chart. He spent the second half of last season on loan at Borussia Dortmund, who declined to exercise their option to buy. He has reportedly drawn interest from German club RB Leipzig as a possible makeweight in a deal for Chelsea target Xavi Simons. Fifth is Raheem Sterling. Easily the biggest name on this list, Sterling was the marquee signing for new owners Todd Boehly and Blue Co. during their first season in charge in 2022. His signing wasn't without controversy though, as the general consensus was that Chelsea had overpaid for the winger. Despite an incredibly successful spell at Manchester City, Sterling never really got going at Chelsea, which only fueled the narrative that his success was more a reflection of Pep Guardiola's system than his own personal personal achievement. Over the course of 2 years, he would tally 19 goals and 15 assists in 81 appearances. He would be sent out on loan at Arsenal last year after falling out of favor with the new manager Enzo Maresca, but would only score 1 goal in 28 appearances for the Gunners. This, combined with his staggering wages and advanced age, means he no longer fits into the model of what Chelsea are trying to build. He's recently been linked to Fulham and Italian club Napoli, but his massive wages might prove a sticking point. And last but not least, number 6 is Armando Broja. At one point, the English-born Albanian international was thought to be the cure to the curse of Chelsea's number 9. After rising through the youth ranks, a fruitful loan at Southampton had Chelsea fans excited at the prospect of a homegrown star leading the line. Unfortunately, injuries would stymie the once promising youngster. Over the next 2 seasons, Broja would score only 3 goals in 37 appearances and would spend the second half of the 23-24 season out on loan at Fulham, but would fail to score a goal for the Cottagers. He would spend the entirety of last season on loan at Everton, but would again fail to score a goal in 11 appearances. He has reportedly drawn interest from several clubs, including Parma, Stuttgart, RB Leipzig, and PSV Eindhoven. So there you have it, 6 players I think Chelsea should sell this transfer window. Let me know in the comments if you agree or disagree, and if you do disagree, tell me who you think I got it wrong and who you think should be in this list instead. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more Chelsea content in the future.